A Louisville teacher says she contemplated suicide after someone hacked her Snapchat and threatened to release a video of her and her longtime boyfriend engaged in a sex act, a video that had never been made public.
She called police and later learned her hacker was a Louisville cop.
He's supposed to protect the community, and I was going for protection, and that was the person that was hurting me.
This woman asked us to hide her identity. She's one of the victims of former LMPD officer Brian Wilson.
He had got into my Snapchat personally and took a video without permission, and then he continued to harass me for 3 months.
Message after message, day after day.
Begging for more pictures, promising that he would delete the ones he had if I would just send more.
We obtained some of those texts. This one asking for 5 bra and thong pics and 2 bra and thong videos.
I'm not the same person that I used to be.
Threatening to tell the young teacher's principal if she didn't comply. She says she called LMPD's sex crimes unit several times, but no one called back. It was July 2020, and the panic and fear brought her to the brink. The former 9th Mobile officer was already under investigation for posting sexual images in uniform and accused of having sex with a fellow officer and confidential informants while on the job. He was also one of the officers who threw slushies on people while it was recorded on cell phones. He's currently serving a 30-month prison sentence, 2.5 years after cutting a deal with federal prosecutors. Court records say he used LMPD's data combing software, Accurate, to identify computer applications belonging to women, hacked them, and stole compromising photographs. This woman didn't learn it was an officer blackmailing her until the FBI told her last year. She didn't know Wilson at all, and he had at least 24 victims just like her.
All the headlines have been about Slushygate, which is very, very wrong, but they're just sweeping what he's done, not only to me, but 20 plus other women under the rug.
It's now the heart of a new lawsuit in civil court going after Wilson and his former superiors, including former chief Steve Conrad.
Sextortion is often referred to as cyber rape. And I think that that's a very accurate description.
Attorney Sarah Collins says it underscores the DOJ's finding that LMPD did not properly investigate sexual misconduct involving its officers. She says it was not Louisville investigators, rather Lexington PD, who cracked the sextortion scheme, despite red flags on the officers' misconduct going back to 2017.
I hope there's a recognition of the failures that occurred in this case, the failures that occurred in so many cases.
Change within the department needs to happen.
Well, the city does not comment on pending litigation, but it may end up with the legal fees for this case, even though none of the people involved still work for LMPD. WDRB has previously reported on $40 million in police misconduct settlements in recent years.